Hello everyone. Today's our topic is about why jaundice is most commonly seen in the newborn. What is meant by jaundice? What happens is nothing but there will be increase in the bilirubin concentration, which what are the symptoms as seen are skin and the sclera color turns into the yellow. How this bilirubin is produced we will see. The lifespan of the RBC is 120 days. After its lifespan, what the RBC does is it undergo hemolysis, where this hemoglobin part is divided into heme and the globulin. Globulin is nothing but the protein part. Protein is again this nothing but the amino acids are produced from this globulin. Heme part is again divided into two. Ferrous, nothing but the iron particle of the heme, and the another one is the protoporphyrin. This protoporphyrin is converted into the unconjugated type, unconjugated bilirubin. This is water insoluble. That is nothing but it cannot be excreted through our kidneys or the intestine. Now it combines with the albumin. It is transported to the liver with the help of albumin. In the liver, the unconjugated form is converted into the conjugated with the help of uridine glucuronyl transferase. This is the main enzyme. Just remember this enzyme, that is uridine glucuronyl transferase. This conjugated form is again converted into the urobilinogen. Now this is converted into urobilin, which is excreted through the intestine and through the kidneys. Maximum part of the urobilin is excreted through our intestine in the fecal matter, about 80%. But in the kidneys, it is only about 10%. Remaining 10% is again reabsorbed into our blood. Okay, one more time I want to say. Hemoglobin will divide it into two parts, that is a heme and the globulin. Globulin is nothing but the protein part which forms the amino acids. Heme again is divided into two forms, that is ferrous and the protoporphyrin. This protoporphyrin is nothing but the is unconjugated bilirubin, which is water insoluble. This water insoluble is converted into the water soluble conjugated form in the liver with the help of uridine glucuronyl transferase. This conjugated bilirubin is again converted into the urobilinogen and the urobilin. We have completed the basic part, right? Now we will see how bilirubin will affect the neonatal jaundice. First thing what we know is unconjugated bilirubin should be converted into the conjugated bilirubin with the help of uridine glucuronyl transferase. This unconjugated form is insoluble in water. That means it cannot be excreted out if it is not converted into the conjugated form. For that reason, it is essential that unconjugated bilirubin should be converted into the conjugated bilirubin. But in children, that is in neonates, in the newborn, this enzyme is absent, which helps in the conversion of unconjugated to conjugate, that is uridine glucuronyl transferase. For that reason, we can see jaundice in the neonates. But actually, it is a normal condition. As the growth increases, they can produce the UGT enzyme. But sometimes the unconjugated bilirubin concentration will be more, such that actually it is a water insoluble. That means it is a lipid soluble. It can cross the blood brain barrier. It can enter the brain, where it lead for the kernicterus. It is a complication. Okay na? And there are two more syndromes where we can see the neonatal jaundice. In Gilbert syndrome and the Dubin-Johnson syndrome. In Gilbert syndrome, the UGT enzyme is less produced. But in the Doben-Jinson syndrome, this enzyme is absent. And there is also a treatment for the neonatal jaundice, that is phototherapy. With the help of light, they change the unconjugated bilirubin structure so that it converts into a more water soluble and it is excreted through the urine. And that's all about the topic. Thank you for watching.